Hello and welcome to the last episode of T, Me and My Four-Wheel Drive for 2020. She's T, I'm me, and we're in my four-wheel drive. And we've got Fiona and Jess also in my four-wheel drive. Just not this one. They're following us in the HiLux. And last trip for 2020. We are heading out. Tara and I are heading out for 5 days. Jess and Fiona will head home in a couple of days. Fiona's never done any four-wheel driving, by the way, so this is her first four-wheel driving experience, and she needs to cross 2 rivers to get where we're going. So it's actually going to be quite an interesting day. Anyway, that's all right. We are heading off, as I said. We'll go and spend a couple of days around Halqua on the Halqua River, hoping to find a beautiful river campsite, and basically sit for a couple of days. Monday, Fiona and Jess will head home. T and I will meet Steve and Michelle and Adele and Ryan and Maggie, of course, in Mansfield, and then we're heading up into the Victorian High Country. Haven't 100% decided where we're going. We're just going to make it up as we go, but it'll be another couple of days in the bush, so it's got to be awesome.
Yeah.
Finish it off. You excited, T?
Yes, very excited.
I can tell, she's very talkative.
See.
Anyway, we're heading off. It's currently Boxing Day. We're going to get this trip all wrapped up by New Year's Eve, and what a way to finish off 2020. It's been a crap year, but let's go out with a bang.
Now, in hindsight, I wish I hadn't said that.
Hold on. We're okay.
But first, let's go through the happier parts of the trip. And don't forget, this was the first time Fiona had ever been full driving. She did pretty well.
Yeah, I'm alive. We're alive. That was Mum's first river crossing, I think. I believe. Stumbled to get out of the car though.
Okay, well, what a disaster. Halqua is chock-a-block full. There are people everywhere. Every campsite is just full. I completely forgot how to get to our secret campsite, and I was a little bit thrown off because there's actually thousands of people around there. So we ended up driving down some pretty full-on four-wheel drive tracks for someone who's never been four-wheel driving. But you know, she got through it. She did all right. So now she'll be coming out on every trip.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, okay. Anyway, she did well to get to to get where we are. Anyway, we have found a campsite. It's not the best. It's tight. It's, you know, and we're surrounded by some people, but river's just down there, and that's good enough for us. So this is going to be home. Probably won't film much over the next couple of days, but we'll try and remember to get back to you when we leave.
It's a nice little area down there where my seat looks very, very comfortable with my feet in the water with my book. Sounds good.
All right. Well, we'll see after we've done some relaxing. What's you doing, T?
Painting.
What are you painting?
I'm painting some rocks because I'm using rocks as my palette.
Where'd you get the rock palette?
I crushed up some rocks and added some water, and they work just like watercolours.
You made your own paint?
I made my own paint.
That's interesting.
Well, I made charcoal last time I was here, so having some fun.
Okay. Hey Jess, what you up to?
Trying to read.
Trying to read. Having a relaxing day?
It's been pretty hot, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, it's been alright. What have you done?
Nothing. Sit in the river.
Sit in the river, that's fun. Do a bit of reading, a bit of chilling.
Wise.
We moved camp.
We did move camp.
Yeah. Okay, good chat. Thanks. How are you enjoying camping, Fee?
It's good. It's good. I've sat in the river with my chair. Sun was out before. I've had a swim. Sat on the donut. Went down the river.
And now I'm just going to do a bit of reading of my book. Had a gin, it was lovely.
Well, I know I said we wouldn't actually film anything while we're here at camp, but I'm going to show you this camp. A lot of bark falling. So last night we were a bit over there, and there's a big group of guys over there, and they were swearing and playing the most inappropriate music you possibly could imagine, as loud as they possibly could. So anyway, lovely couple over here from Shepparton. Saw them packing up today, was saying hello, and they said, hey, you should move over here, we're leaving. So they weren't even out of the campsite, and I was already moving our stuff across, so much better spot. Anyway, I've got to show you this. So one of the reasons why this is a much better camp spot, we have, if I can get down here without our own private little riverside beach. So check that out. Pretty cool. And we got it all to ourselves. Anyway, been a great couple of days camping, and I think now it's time to go and hit some tracks. So we were actually having quite a great time camping by the river. Who would have known just a couple of hours later?
Hold on, just hold on. Okay.
So first let me set the scene. We're camped in Halqua at the Running Creek campground. It's a great little spot nestled amongst all the gum trees. And this year was very, very busy. So we had to camp a little bit further away on the outskirts of the campground. So there are some long drop facilities in this campground, and anytime the girls needed the toilet, well, we'd just jump in the HiLux and we'd drive over to where the long drop was. And what you're seeing now is the trek that we were taking every time we needed to go to the toilet. This footage was just before midday as I drove Fiona over to the toilet. So about 4:30, it was T's turn to go. Now by this stage, we'd moved camp over to the next one over, a much better spot, and we were really looking forward to a good fun night there. Anyway, we took off down the track, and what we discovered was a bunch of guys had decided to make the track their camp for the night, completely blocking off our way of getting through. So not a problem. The campground is very busy. We understand why they did it. But this meant we now had to take the long way round.
You're going to be wild tonight.
Now I'll speed up the footage here so that it doesn't take so long. But T and I headed through the campground and around and over to the toilets. I won't show you the whole lot, but there was a bit of a queue there and we had to wait around about 10 minutes or so. So here we are coming back. So travelling the same route and back through the campground without an issue. But of course, being a dad, the great thing is that you can guarantee if you take one kid to the toilet, as soon as you get back, the other one will need to go. So right now, Jess jumps in the car.
That's irritating. Just hold on. We're okay. You're alright? You're alright. You're alright. Yeah, I was scared too. That landed on the back of our car. We're alright. We're all good.
You're alright.
We're alright.
You're alright. It's all
We're
good.
alright.
You're all good. You're all good. you okay? You all good? You're fine, you're fine. Silly tree. You all good? Yeah?
Without a doubt, that was the scariest 3 seconds of my life. I don't know if the roof caved in or if I bounced in my seat, but my head hit the roof. And poor Jess, she was absolutely petrified. It was very, very close. If I had stopped half a metre before I did, we would have been completely crushed by the falling tree. As I limped the car back to camp, you get an idea of just how big this tree was that came down. We were extremely lucky.
All right, well, I think that has just brought our trip to a sudden end. We had a little bit of an issue. So Jess and I were driving over to the toilets and we heard a bit of a crack, and let's just say the car's seen better days. Yeah. I think the technical term is it's rooted. Jess and I were very lucky. We're within a metre of being crushed. It took out the entire back of the car. The roof did hit my head. Jess luckily was okay. Luckily I drove forward. If I hadn't driven forward, we probably would have been crushed, but you know, that's that. Anyway, family's not feeling too great, so we're going to pack up and we're going to get out of here tonight, which is a pain because I don't know how we're going to get out of here and don't know what we're going to do, but we need to get this car back to the road and try and get a tow truck on a Sunday evening in Mansfield, Christmas week. What could go wrong?
I really need to stop saying stuff like that.
I'll go and show you the tree.
The winch right there, you'll be able to just peel that around and clear the track.
Do you want to try
Yeah.
pinching that from there? Get rid of that bit of shit.
Because that'll probably just fall off. Why can't we just snap that by our hands? That is insane.
Alright, well, good news is the boys will have firewood for the rest of their trip, but I think our trip's done, so we're going to pack up and get out of here.
Well, we did manage to get the HiLux out of the campground, and even managed to get the fantastic people from Mount Buller Towing in Mansfield to come out and grab the car and take it back to Mansfield for the night. Deflated, the four of us jumped into the Land Cruiser and headed off the road, heading home. That was the end of our adventure. Or was it?
Well, you would not read about it. I don't know what I've done this year, but I've pissed someone off, and 2020 is really having a go. Look at what just happened. Yep. Our wheel just fell off. See?
Yeah,
How are you enjoying our trip?
such a great trip. I'm loving it.
I've got a little bit of bad news.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the end of the trip.
Yep.
Well, that was one crazy night. Yeah, I think the trip's done, well and truly. This car's sitting on its axle. The HiLux is a pancake. Oh well, we were very lucky to be picked up by the wonderful Dave from Mount Buller Towing. Big kudos to these guys, and his boss Paul actually allowed us to stay in a bungalow overnight. So everyone's still asleep, but we'll poke our heads in. I'll show you. It's not much, but I can tell you at midnight it was cold, it was wet, and we were pretty happy to be able to have somewhere to put the swag so it was dry. So that's how our trip ended.
thank you to everyone who offered us support. Lots and lots of friends and family were calling last night, offering to drive up here and get us, and yeah, I think we'll get someone to come up today, and we're going to offload this car, and we'll go back to the depot and see if we can get a few of my tools out of the back of the crushed HiLux, and I think that's it. So I don't think there's going to be too many more episodes for a little while. 2020 has certainly cost me. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's the way it works out, isn't it? Alright, well, it's almost 7 o'clock. I need to get some breakfast. I'm starving, and we're going to work out how to get home. So, yeah.